Welcome to Odoo webinar. My name is Stefani and I will be your business advisor for today. So in this webinar, I'm going to bring you to explore food and beverage industry using Odoo. So here's some information on our client's background. They are a food and beverage restaurant chain in Indonesia with 20 to 50 employees, and previously they are using Lafu POS system and a lot of Excel sheets for their operations. So at first they reach out to us because they are trying to solve a couple of pain points that they have. So first, their data management is very inefficient, causing a lot of delay in their stock replenishment and therefore loss in potential revenue. And secondly, because they have a lot of stores, it is very difficult and time-consuming for them to compile the data and get an accurate report for decision-making. So based on their pain points, we are proposing solutions for them. So we are proposing them to use our POS system, purchase, inventory, manufacturing, accounting, and all these apps will be used by the manager of each stores, finance and operations manager, as well as the management teams for decision making. So what will they use Odoo for? So they will use Odoo to record the production in the central kitchen, process the daily replenishment and delivery to the stores, and lastly to record sales. Let's go to the demo session now. So this is the Odoo database and the customer is using Odoo software as a service. So first of all, before I show you the workflow, I'm going to show you the different configuration that I have created so far for this demo. So first, I'm going to show you the contact app. Why contact app? It's because Odoo is a customer-centric platform. So you can see that all the information will be summarized per contact details. So here we have different customers and different vendors contact. So as an example, we have the meat vendor here. So when I open it, you can see the smart button at the top, which is summarizing the transaction that we have done so far with the meat vendor. So you can see here that we have done 1 purchases. When I click on the purchases, I can see the purchase order number and the product that I bought from them, the quantity and the price. Okay. Similarly, if you record your customer as well, you can see the different customer that I have. In this case, I have Amy and Brian. So you can see that Amy has made 2 POS orders. When you click on it, you can see the details accordingly. Okay, so that's for the contact tabs, and of course, we have different view as well. This is the Kanban view. You can see it in the list view and some other view. If you just want to see the customer only, for example, you can go to filter and then customer invoices. And if you want to see just for the vendor, you can go to filter and vendor bill. There you go. And then next one, I'm going to show you the product configuration. So I'm going to the product view. I have created different product category. So raw material, semi-finished product, saleable product, as well as beverage. For each product category, so for example, for the chicken breast, it is under the raw material category. You can specify different inventory valuation that you have. So in this, for this demo, I have set it up as average costing and automated valuation. But you can also choose standard price or first in, first out, depending on your company operations. And for the inventory valuation, you can set it up as manual or automated. Okay, and also similar to the contact app, for the product, we also have the smart button at the top, which is essentially the summary of this particular product. So you can see here for the chicken breast, we have purchased 200 kilograms, and at the moment, we have 150 kilograms on hand. Okay, and another thing that you can see here is because this is a product that we can purchase. So in the purchase tab, you can specify also the different vendors that you purchase this product from. So as an example, here I purchased the chicken breast from meat vendor for 20,000 rupiah per kilogram. Right? And once you set that up, you can also specify the replenishment methods. In this case, the minimum maximum reordering rules that you want. So how these features work is that you can specify a minimum maximum quantity that you want in the warehouse, and the system will check your inventory once every day So whenever the quantity that you have falls below the minimum that you have set, the system will create a draft request for quotation. So then your staff can decide whether you indeed want to replenish this product or not. Okay. And for the replenishment, for the reordering rules, you can actually set a few reordering rules. For example, one per location. Okay. And the next one, I'm going to show you the configuration for the semi-cooked product. In this case, the cooked chicken with sauce. So similar to the raw material, so all the configuration are the same. It's just for the inventory tab, I specified that this is a product that we manufacture. So since this is a product that we manufacture, you need to specify a bill of material for this product. It's like the recipe that you use to cook this. So for example, for every pack of cooked chicken with sauce, I cook it with chicken breast, oyster sauce, and sesame oil. And you can specify the different quantity that you need to cook this. And for the bill of material type, I specified as manufacture this product. Okay. And once you've done this, you can see the cost of manufacturing this product. So it's basically the cost of all the component, the material that I use to produce these particular goods. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to show you the configuration for the chicken noodle, which is essentially a combination of boiled noodle with the cooked chicken with sauce. So as you can see in the bill of material here, I specified that every chicken noodle is a combination of 1 noodles plus 1 pack of cooked chicken with sauce. And the bill of material type here is kit because I basically just need to combine it. I don't need to process any manufacturing for this product. Okay, so now that I have shown you the different product settings, we are ready to process our first purchase. Okay, to do the purchase, you can create a request for quotation over here. You can specify the vendor that you want to buy the product from. So for example, from the meat vendor, chicken breast product, for example, 100 kilograms. The total. I'll go ahead and confirm this order. Okay, and since Odoo is an integrated solution, so now when I go to the inventory, you can see that we have 1 receipt to process in the central kitchen. So this warehouse in is generated from purchase order number 5, which we just did together for chicken breast 100 kilogram. So once I validated this receipt, then this product will be counted in our inventory already. Okay, and moving back to the purchase order. So I'm now in purchase order number 5. So when we refresh the documents, you can see that the quantity of the product received has been updated. So now we have we order 100 quantity, we have received 100 quantity, and once we receive the bill from the vendor, you can click create bill from here. Okay, and you can specify the bill date and confirm the purchase. So this is the first workflow to do the purchase. Another workflow is to utilize the reordering rules that I mentioned earlier. So for example, for the chicken breast product, we currently have 250 kilogram on hand. Let's assume that I want to have a minimum of 300 and a maximum of 500. So now the quantity that we have falls below the minimum quantity that we want. The system will check every day, but because this is not yet noontime, I will run the scheduler manually by going to Inventory App, Operations, Run Scheduler. Okay, so once I did that, going back to the Purchase app, you can now see that there is a request for quotation generated for meat vendor for the same product, which is chicken breast. And you might be asking why the quantity is 250 kilogram. It's because for the chicken breast product, right now I have 250 kilogram, and I have specified that I want a minimum of 300 kilogram and a maximum of 500 kilogram. So the system will generate a request for quotation for 250 because 250 plus 250 equals the maximum quantity, which is a 500 kilogram that I specified earlier. Okay, so then your staff can just decide whether they indeed want to replenish this product or not. If yes, they can go ahead and click confirm order. Receive the product. Okay, and create the bill similar to the workflow earlier. Okay, so if this is a product that you bought, the system will generate the request for quotation, the draft, from the replenishment method. But if this is a product that you manufacture, then the system will create a manufacturing order. Okay, to show you how it works. So now going back to the product, there is one product that we manufacture, which is cooked chicken with sauce. Right now we have 972 units on hand. Let's see what happens if I change the quantity. So let's say I want to increase the stocks in restaurant too. So for example, right now I want to have 750 and 1500. Okay, so now definitely the product that we have on hand falls below the minimum that I want for restaurant too. So I'm going to run the scheduler. Once I run the scheduler, the system will generate a delivery order. Delivery order is created from the main warehouse to restaurant 2 for 1013 unit of cooked chicken with sauce. And we don't have this product available at the moment, so the system will automatically generate a manufacturing order. Basically, to cook 1013 units of cooked chicken with sauce to fulfill the delivery order from central kitchen to restaurant 2. So it will also calculate all the product that we need to produce these goods. And once your staff in the central kitchen has done this cooking, they can mark it as done. Okay, so you can see the product movement here. So all the raw material goes from your central kitchen inventory to the production location. And then when we finish the production, the cooked chicken with sauce, which is a semi-finished product, will move from the production location to your stocks location. So now if I go back to the inventory, we can now process the transfer from stock to the restaurant too. So now it's already available and reserved to fulfill this delivery. We can go ahead and validate it. Okay. And once we did that, there will be a receipt as well in the restaurant too. And once your staff in the restaurant too has received the product, they can validate this transfer. Okay, so now when we check in the inventory report, restaurant 2, we have 1,500 cooked chicken with sauce already. So that's how we replenish our product from the central kitchen to the restaurant. Okay, so far I have shown you how we order the raw material and how we cook the semi-finished product in our central kitchen and how we transfer the product to from central kitchen to the restaurant. Now we have the product ready. We are ready to open up our restaurant. So let's go to the point of sale session. So before we start the session, I'm going to show you a couple of configuration that we have. So for each, of course, you can create as many POS session as you need. So for each POS session, you can configure it. Since this is a bar or restaurant, I have activated these features. And once I did that, there will be some additional configuration popping up. So for example, in this bar or restaurant POS session, you can specify the floors and table settings. You can also add a notes on your order line. You can set up an order printer, for example, in your kitchen or bar area. You can also do bill printing, bill splitting, and also for each POS session, you can specify the different inventory and accounting for the journal entry purposes. For example, for this restaurant 1, I specify the inventory. It will be taken from restaurant 1 inventory. Okay. And also, to make your restaurant more competitive, you can also have a loyalty program. So as an example here, I created buy 10 get 1 free loyalty program. So basically, once your customer has purchased 10 units of our chicken noodle, they can get 1 chicken noodle for free. Okay, I'm going to show you how it works directly in the POS session. And lastly, before I start the session, you can also limit each POS session to authorized employees only. So for example, in this restaurant one, it's only accessible by my account, by Stefani. Okay, so let's get started. Open a new session and select the cashier. Right now, there's only one cashier, which is me. I can put the password. Okay, so these are the initial table configuration that I have set, but of course you can change it to according to your restaurant table. So for example, if you just buy a new table, you can add a new table here. Okay, so maybe we have 8 person here. And for example, this is my big table. Okay, so once we did that, we are ready to sell our product. You can basically choose where you want to place your customer. For example, we want to sit these 2 new customers coming in table 1. You can click on table 1 and help them to order. So for example, like this, they are buying 2 chicken noodle, 1 Sprite and 1 Fanta. And if this is a new customer and they are a fans of our restaurant, you can also offer them to have a membership in our restaurant. So you can register their details over here. So for example, this is a new customer called Richard. Okay, so once you did that, because this is a registered customer, they buy chicken noodle, they will get 2 additional points. And once they reach 10 points, they can exchange it for a free chicken noodle. Okay, so to show you how it works, I'm going to buy 10 chicken noodle for now. Okay, so Richard will get 10 points at the end of this purchase. So I'll go ahead and process the payment. So you can see now it's not green, meaning that Richard doesn't have a reward available in his account. Let's see what happened after we process the payment. Okay, so once we process the payment, going back to Richard, now you can see that the reward button here turns green, meaning that Richard has a award available for him. And when you click here, since I only have 1 reward available, the system will automatically let me choose this. But if you have multiple reward, you can choose which reward you want to use at that time. So for example, if Richard just want to have the chicken noodle, we can go ahead and process the payment. So that's basically how our loyalty program works. And also, you can see, because this is a restaurant POS session, there are some additional buttons that you can see here. So you can add a note on your order. So for example, noodles semi-cooked. For example, this customer liked the noodle to be semi-cooked. You can also specify the guest number for that particular table. So for example, we have 2 guests. You can also print the bill ahead of payment, split the bill, or do a table transfer. So for example, this customer, they don't like table 2. They want to switch to table 3. So we can just choose a new table and they will be recorded in table 3. And if for some reason you need to give a discount, you can also add a discount here. Add the percentage discount. And it will be showing like this. Alright. So yeah, that's how you process the order. And at the end of the day, you can close the POS session. Okay, there will be a summary of all the orders that you have done for that day and the payment that you have received. Okay, you can see the details over here. Alright, and once everything is correct, you can close the session and post the entries. Okay, and you can see once I posted the session, there will be one pickings, which is essentially taking from stock's location to the customer location. So this is how the system will deduct the material use during the POS session. So the inventory will be adjusted according to my sales for that particular day. Okay, and lastly, it's very important for the management to be able to access the reporting, the sales report. You can do it from the reporting tab over here and click on reporting, sales details. You can decide the start date and end date for the reporting. So for example, I want to see the reporting for this month. So 1st of July until 19th of July. You can decide which restaurant you want to see the report for. You can of course choose both restaurants. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, this is what it will look like. You will have a consolidated reports for both restaurants. But of course, if you just want to see the report for one particular restaurant, you can also do that. Let's say I just want to see the report for restaurant 1. Yeah, so this is showing the report for restaurant 1 only. Alright. At the end of the day, you can see in the replenishment tab over here, the inventory level that you have. And whenever the quantity that you have on hand falls below the minimum quantity that you set, the system will automatically create a request from the central kitchen to your restaurant. So the replenishment will be done automatically as well by the system, and definitely it will save a lot of effort from your staff. So this is it for the demo today. This customer reached out to us in early March this year, and after 2 weeks of consideration, they decided to go with Odoo. We started the implementation a week later, and we managed to launch the system in July 2021. So the whole process takes around 4 months to be completed. This is the end of today's case study. If you are interested in using Odoo, claim your 15-day free trial or book a meeting with our business advisor through the links in the description box below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.